Hi everyone, this is Larry from Rocket Matter with a Training Thursday. We missed Wednesday Wisdom this week. So last week we talked a little bit about project management, Rocket project management, and we showed, how we can define matter types in Rocket Matter, like this auto accident matter type, and that those matter types can transition through different types of statuses. So for example, in this case, you know, new case intake, new case, filed, closed, settlement, litigation, demand, and so on and so forth. And furthermore, how those states, those statuses of those cases can transition from one to another. So for example, auto litigation can go to file closed, auto settlement can also go to file closed. So we talked about all this stuff, and we talked about how when you transition from one status to another, all these tasks and calendar events. So if you want to get caught up on that, our last Wednesday Wisdom is really good. But now one thing that I'd like to show, the real power of this for the people in charge of the firm is reporting. So if we take a look at some of the reports we've built around Rocket Project Management, we have this one report here that says, I want to see a high level view of my matters and their statuses. So if we run this report, let's take a look here. We're going to take a look at all of our matters, and let me get my little spotlight here so we can take a look. So you can see that this one has an auto accident and the status is auto client receiving treatment. I have 3 matters on schedule and 1 of them overdue for a total of 4. Now, what does this mean? So for each status, you can define a specific duration that this status should last. So if somebody's in client intake, you might say, okay, that status should only last for 30 days. Let's say that you have discovery. Maybe that should be 60 days. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to minimize waste in your organization that you have control over it. Remember, those of us that are practicing lean and lean law firms, we want to minimize all the waste that we have control over and maximize the value to our clients. So in this example, we have 2 that are on schedule and 1 that's overdue. In the litigation example, we have 4 that are on schedule and 0 that are overdue. So what happens if we drill, if we see this one that has 2 that are overdue? Let's investigate that a little bit more. We can click on the number 2. And what this does is this takes us to the detail report. So this tells us that there are 2 matters. So we have this one, the Carrie Ann Martin's client matter, and it says that it's been 90 days in the workflow in this particular status, and it should be 45 days. So we've defined that this status should last 45 days. And then this one with Sterling, this should also be 45 days in the workflow, but it's been there for 90 days. So yes, in fact, it is overdue. And then what I can do is if I want to investigate further, then I can click on each of these matters, dive into it, and take a look and see what's going on in the case. Thanks for listening to this Training Thursday, or what is normally Wednesday Wisdom, but we're glad to host it on Thursdays anyhow.